In this video, I will reflect, analyse and reconstruct a critical teaching episode during my most recent 3-week teaching prac. The teaching episode that I will reflect upon and reconstruct was during my Year 11 Unit 3 Modern History class. During the previous lessons, I had finalised delivering the last of content-rich knowledge. The students would now consolidate this knowledge through source analysis. I started the class with a guided discussion and analysis of 2 images. Following this, the students would break into groups and analyse new images in further detail for a think, pair, share activity. During this first 20 minutes of the lesson, there were 3 significant areas for improvement, and they include not having enough positive acknowledgement of students when they contributed to group discussion, failing to structure the think, pair, share task in a way where students were explicitly told their role of scribe, speaker and researcher, and not using appropriate guiding questions to draw out the desired response from students. Improving these areas of my teaching practice has significant relevance to student learning. It has the potential to greatly impact student engagement, confidence, and willingness to learn, structure, and flow of the entire lesson. For the purpose of this video, I will focus on questioning and how this can be improved in the future lessons. I believe that the foundation of these incidents can be directly related to the AITSL Teacher Standard Number 1, knowing students and how they learn. This became evident to me through extensive discussions with my mentor teacher Paul, as well as observing other experienced teachers in their own classes. Experienced teachers who had positive rapport with their students and knowledge of their individual learning needs were able to tailor questions and structure sequencing which better suit the personal needs of each and every one of the students in their class. I understood that being able to direct questions in a way that targets your students' previous knowledge and zone of proximal development is important. However, what I didn't do correctly was adjust these guiding questions in the moment, so they were tailored to individual students as so to relate to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Building a positive rapport with students and extending these interactions to outside of the classroom and into personal casual conversation is something that can have a profound effect on class engagement. I believe that one of my strengths is building rapport with people through personal interactions, relating and conversation. However, being able to apply this into a professional school setting is something I need to work on. Whilst observing an experienced teacher, I began to understand that effective questioning aims to draw out an anticipated response and is structured and personalised in a way that responds to student needs and interests. Effective questioning is considered to be an evidence-based high-impact teaching strategy and aims to open up opportunities for students to discuss, argue, and express opinions and alternative points of views. A more experienced teacher and one that has a positive relationship with their students and knows how they learn would structure their questions in a way that draws on previous content knowledge, anticipates future knowledge and desired responses, relates questions into context and forms a broader view of the topic, prompts, probes, and rephrases questions to ensure understanding, sequences questions so it relates to the rest of the unit, and they would also engage the rest of the class in group discussions. Effective questioning can be compared against Bloom's taxonomy. The higher on the scale, the more critical thinking skills are required of the student. Creating and forming own opinions are the most desirable of these. Based on feedback from my supervising teacher as well as research into positive reinforcement and positive and guided questions, I would now start with open-ended, specific and targeted questions, such as, how do you think this image relates to what we learnt about last week, the Night of the Long Knives? Or, how do the figures in this image show that the Nazis believed that they were superior? If the response wasn't sufficient or didn't display the knowledge I was trying to draw out of the student, I would be ready to continue questioning, such as, look at the colour of their hair. How does this promote the Nazi ideology? Remember back when we were learning about education last week? What aspects of education are promoted in this image? Or, Hamish, what was the word that you used to describe that last image? Indoctrinate. Yes, indoctrinate. How are the people in this image being indoctrinated by the Nazi state? As you can see, the phrasing of these questions is designed for students to assemble, create, and construct their own opinions about the topic.